Tell me, does this happen with you when you try to speak English, words don't come to your mind and you get stuck and you feel like why it only happens with me? No, it doesn't happen only with you. It happens with everyone who are non-native speaker because this is not our first language. This is our second language. So that's why it happens. And it happens with who are non-native speaker. And we are not aware of every words in English. That's why it happens. And if you want some tips and tricks to overcome this challenge, then this video is for you. And I have got a cure for you. So hello everyone, this is Saqib and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today in this video, I'll be sharing few tips and tricks and do's and don't, like what you have to do and what you don't have to do. So watch this video till the end patiently so you can get those ideas. So without any further ado, let's get into the video and find out. So the first reason is that why it happens to you, because this is not your first language. As I initially told you, this is not your first language and you are not aware of every words in English. That's why it happens to you. And the second reason is that you are not feeding yourself with English related content. So that's why it happens. Let me tell you a story. When I was not feeding myself with English related content back then, when I started speaking English at that time, like I downloaded an application and I had gone there, and when I first called someone, I got stuck. Because why it happened to me? Because I was not feeding myself. I was just thinking that I am going to speak and I will be speaking fluently and confidently over there on that application. I really thought like this at that time, but I was wrong. And if you also think like this, then don't think about this. Create an English environment and delve into it. Means try to delve into it, try to immerse yourself in this language, because the more you expose yourself in this language, the more you are going to become natural in this language. So if you want to become natural in this language, then expose yourself and immerse yourself in this language. And what will happen if you will immerse yourself in this language? You are going to become more and more confident in this language. Actually, I also do this every time I listen, and I have created an English environment and I listen every time. Whenever I get time, I listen actively, and whenever I don't get time, I listen passively. So create an English environment and listen every time and watch podcast and anything you like to watch. But that should be in English. You have to do it every day and you are going to become more and more natural. Actually, I was also feeling phony back then, means fake. I was also feeling fake back then. I was just repeating sentences. I was not making sentences on my own. But when I started listening, when I started to listen actively and passively, then I became natural, and I feel natural at this time whenever I speak. So if you want to overcome this challenge, then listen actively and passively whole the time and create an English environment. And let's come to the point, like what you have to do. So if you are consuming English related content, then it is called input. You are means you are doing input, and on the other hand, there is output. So if you are just doing input, means if you are just consuming and you are not incorporating the words in the conversations which you have learned, then this will not work for you. If you want to improve yourself, and if you think that I get stuck, why words don't come to my mind, so don't think about that. It is a gradual process. If you want to improve yourself, then it is a process. Think about this, that this is a process and it will take time. So don't think that you are going to become fluent in just 15 days, 30 days. It will take time. You are going to get stuck between the conversation. Don't worry about it. Just have conversation with anyone. If you can also talk to yourself by just listening to an audio or by just watching a video and extracting the things which you have learned by watching the video, by listening to the audio. You have to do it every day. And if you don't have anyone, then don't worry. There is one application which I also use, and that application name is CV, and I'm going to put link in the description. There are so many features in that application, like that application can correct your grammar, and you can get connected with 4 lakh plus active learners, and I'm going to put link in the description. You can download from there. So go for it and download and do output too, and have conversation with anyone on that application. So let's come to the point and let's talk about like what you don't have to do. So you don't have to learn the advanced vocabulary right now. Actually, I'm not against it. I'm not saying to you that don't learn advanced vocabulary. Actually, I'm saying to you because you get stuck and words don't come to your mind. So that's why use simple English and implement them, incorporate them in your conversation if you're having with anyone. And always use simple English, like if you are having conversation with anyone. And I have seen a lot of videos on YouTube saying that don't say these sentences, say these alternatives of it. Actually, I'm also not against it. I'm not saying to you don't learn alternatives. But right now, don't learn because you get stuck. Words don't come to your mind right now. So that's why use simple English in your conversation. And even a native speaker doesn't use crucial English in a day-to-day conversation. So who we are not even a native speaker. We are non-native speaker. So use simple English in a day-to-day conversation if you are having with anyone, and always be improved by doing these tips. So use these tips in your journey, and these tips that I provided you, I have extracted it from my experiences and I have put a lot of efforts in this video. So if you found these tips helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and make sure that you did it, because when you do this, the YouTube and the algorithm blesses me and it goes like this video is cool and more people should watch this. And if you are lurking here, then consider subscribing. And until next time, keep practicing, keep learning. Bye for now. And please comment kar dena yaar.